Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about an update following a penalty that was issued, as well as Lewis Hamilton. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me and exit James's pit lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Ferrari, and as we know, they've not been on a good run of form recently. I mean, look at the last two rounds. In Brazil, they lacked pace and also had a double DNF. And then in Las Vegas, they finished P6 and P10, although after the McLaren disqualifications, it became P4 and P8. Now the results mean that with 2 rounds to go, Ferrari sit P4 in the constructors' standings, 13 points behind Red Bull and 53 back from Mercedes. So Ferrari do have a chance, I think, of getting third in the constructors, but I do not think they can finish second now because there's only 2 rounds remaining, and to overcome 53 points, that's going to be very, very difficult, especially with the run of form Mercedes are on. They've had multiple podiums recently. Now, as for Hamilton, as we know, this is his first season with Ferrari, but not the one he would have wanted. He has had a sprint win in China, but he's yet to pick up a Grand Prix podium in 2025. There have also been a few difficult weekends, and at the last round in Las Vegas, Hamilton qualified last for the Grand Prix on pure pace, the first time he's done that in his F1 career. And currently Hamilton is 74 points behind Leclerc in the drivers' standings, and when Hamilton was asked how realistic he believes P2 for Ferrari is in the constructors, Hamilton said, as quoted by Planet F1, "I don't even know how many points we have, but at this rate, with my performance, we don't have a chance." And it also appeared that Hamilton gave up hope of an improvement in his Ferrari performances. Asked if he had a sense that things could click and he could deliver for Ferrari, Hamilton responded, "I think at this point, no, tried everything and it's not working." So yeah, Hamilton is not happy at the moment, but I think overall Ferrari's performance in 2025 has just not been good enough. I mean, you look at 2024, they were competing for the constructors' title, and this year they are still without a win. However, Ferrari team boss Frederic Vasseur has dismissed suggestions that Ferrari's 2025 season has been a complete disaster, with Vasseur saying, as quoted by Crash.net, "For sure, we are not in the situation that we didn't score points the last weekend, but we were P2 in the championship 2 weeks ago. It's not that it was a complete disaster. For me, disaster is not the right word, but the tough side is that the last 2 weekends that we scored 6 or 7 points on 2 weekends, but before this in the championship, we were in front of Mercedes and Red Bull. It means that it's not so dramatic." But let's move on to Kimi Antonelli, and as we know, during the Las Vegas Grand Prix, he was handed a 5-second time penalty for a false start. Basically, Antonelli was judged to have moved before the lights went out as he crept forward. Now, as we know, Antonelli drove a really strong race and ended up finishing in P4 on the track. However, he was dropped to P5 due to that penalty, with Oscar Piastri moving ahead of him. In the end, the penalty did not matter because, as we know, Piastri and Lando Norris were disqualified from the Las Vegas Grand Prix. So not only did Antonelli get that P4 back, he actually moved on to the podium. However, in my view, I thought the penalty was quite harsh. I mean, when you look at it in real time, it did not look like Antonelli jumped the start at all. It just looked like a normal start. It's only when you slow it right down and look very closely that you can see Antonelli's tyre move like a fraction. It's barely anything, and in the aftermath, Mercedes explained it was going to seek answers from the FIA about why the penalty had been handed down. But now Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Shovlin has detailed the sequence of events the team now believes led to the penalty, with Shovlin saying, as quoted by Racing News 365, "That was for what you call a jump start. But when people talk about a jump start, they're normally thinking the drivers drop the clutch before the lights have gone out to get a bit of a run on the competition. This was quite different and quite unusual. If you watch the video, what you see is before the lights go out, the car rolls about 2 centimeters forward very, very slowly, but Kimi doesn't drop the clutch. He's actually got the clutch fully pulled. Now we think what happened is at that point the car started to roll, and was the point he took his foot off the brakes. So as they get ready for the start, drivers remove their foot, and that's only a second or so before the lights actually go out. and whether it's the vibration of the car or there might have been some torque in the driveline, but it certainly wasn't Kimi and the clutch that made it creep forward. Now, the FIA systems are very sensitive. They can pick up on that small amount of motion, and when we eventually check the video with time to look at it properly, you can see this very, very subtle movement. So it was unfortunate for him to pick up that penalty. He was doing everything correctly in terms of what we tell him to do, but we just need to work out how to make sure that doesn't happen again. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.